In this video, I am going to discuss about 8051 addressing modes. Data can be addressed in different ways. The various ways of accessing data are called as addressing modes. General syntax is move destination, source. Copy source data into destination. There are 5 types of opcodes which are available in 8051 to transfer data. They are move, movex, movec, push and pop, sch, exchange instructions. There are 5 types of addressing modes. They are immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, and indexed addressing mode. We will see each of these addressing mode in detail. First one, immediate addressing mode. Immediate addressing mode means operand comes immediately after the opcode. Then what is this operand and opcode? Consider this instruction. Move a, hash 25h. This move a is the opcode and hash 25 is the operand. So operand comes, that is this pound signal 25h will comes immediately after this opcode move a. Then how this instruction is executed? Consider this. Move a, hash 6h. Move a will be having one specified address. That address is 74h. You know that program memory is of 16-bit. I have already taught architecture in detail in my previous video. Program memory is of 16-bit wide. That means it can access ranges from 0000 to FFFFH. So move a having the address 74 will be placed in a specified address location, namely 0202. Then this data 6a is placed just above this 74, that is 0203 location. Then what is the meaning of this instruction move a, hash 6ah? 6ah is the data. That data is immediately transferred to accumulator. That is hash 6ah means 6ah is itself is a data. That data is immediately transferred to the accumulator. So accumulator will be having the value 6a. That is the meaning of immediate addressing mode. So you can see here accumulator will be holding the value 6a. Accumulator having the address E0h, that accumulator will be having the value of 6a. Then automatically this program counter will be incremented to 0204. So at first program counter will be in the address location 0202 having an address or operand move a 674, and then after fetching the instruction program counter will be automatically incremented to the location 0204. Then in this immediate addressing mode, source operand is a constant. Source operand is a constant, meaning that you will be having the value. That value itself will be copied to registers. Registers can be of A, B, or of R0 to R7 or of DPTR register. Then move a, hash 25h means copy this value 25 into the accumulator. So A will be having the value 25. Everything is specified in hexadecimal in 8051. If it is not written it as h, that means that value is a decimal value. For example, move R2, hash 32. This means that this 32 is a decimal value. This decimal value 32 is copied into register R2. So R2 will be having the value 32. Then move B comma hash 52H. That means B will be having the value 52. Then A, R2, B all are of 8-bit registers. Accumulator, B register, R0 to R7 all are of 8-bit registers. Then DPTR. Move DPTR comma hash 4364H. DPTR is of 16-bit wide. So DPTR can hold a 16-bit value. How it will be accessed? DPTR is divided into two 8-bit registers, namely DPL and DPH. So it will be accessed in this manner. Move DPL comma hash 64H and move DPH comma hash 43H. So immediate addressing mode can be easily identified by this pound sign hash. If this pound sign hash is found, you can directly denote this value into, directly copy this value into any of these registers. Then next one is register addressing mode. Register addressing mode involves the use of registers to hold data to be manipulated. You know that there are 34 general purpose or working registers. These registers are arranged as 4 banks, as I have already taught in architecture. So we know that there are mainly 9 registers: accumulator, B register and R0 to R7 register. Register addressing mode mainly deals with these copying data in these registers. R0 to R7 data, source or destination and opcode instruction. So for example, move A comma R0. Move A comma R0 means copy the contents of register R0 into accumulator. So accumulator and register R0 will be having the same contents. Register R0 contents can be moved into accumulator register. Inverse is also possible. That is, move R2 comma A. Copy the contents of accumulator into register R2. Then move R4 comma A. Copy the contents of accumulator into register R4. Then add A comma R7. What is the meaning of add A comma R7? R7 contents and accumulator contents are added together and that will be stored in the result will be stored in the accumulator. These are the examples of register addressing mode. Then most important thing is that in register addressing mode, movement of data between two registers is not possible. For example, move R3 comma R2 or move R4 comma R1 or move R6 comma R7 are invalid instructions. This is not possible. Also, move DPTR comma A. This is also an invalid instruction. Why this is an invalid instruction? This is invalid because this accumulator is of 8-bit wide and this DPTR is of 16-bit wide. So from copying contents from an 8-bit register into a 16-bit register is not possible. So this instruction is also an invalid instruction. So you can identify register addressing mode by means of these examples. Hope you have understand register addressing mode now. Now we will go to direct addressing mode. In direct addressing mode, data is in a specified RAM memory location whose address we have already known. and this address is given as a part of the instruction. Data addressing mode uses entire 128 bytes of RAM and SFRs. So address will be in this RAM location, that is data will be holding the address in this RAM location, and opcode also can be an address that can be accessed by using these instructions. Then direct addressing mode uses registers as 1, 2, 3, etc. Instead of R0, R1, R2, R3, direct addressing mode uses registers 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 7. So R1 can be denoted as 1. R0 can be denoted as 0. Means that it is accessed or addressed directly. So direct addressing mode, data is in a RAM memory location whose address is known and this address is given as a part of the instruction. For example, move R1, 48H. This 48H means address in RAM location. This address in RAM location will be carrying a data. That data is transferred to or copied into register R1. So, save the content of RAM location 48H in register R1. That is the meaning of move R1, 48H. Then, move 56H, A. Accumulator will be having some contents. That contents is copied into RAM location, RAM address location 56H. Then what is the meaning of move A, 7? 7 means register R7. Copy the contents of register R7 into accumulator. Then direct addressing mode also uses two instructions, push and pop. Push 06. Push 06 means register R6. Push the contents of register R6 onto the stack. Then pop 06 means pop the contents of register R6 from the stack. Then you know that accumulator having an address 0 is 0. So instead of writing move A, R2, you can directly address it as move 0E0 H, R2, which means that copy the contents of register R2 into the specified address location 0E0. 0E0 is the address of accumulator. Then move P1, A. What is meant by P1? As I have already taught in architecture that P1 means input-output port. There are 4 input-output ports P0, P1, P2, P3. So move P1, A means copy the contents of accumulator into port 1. So in direct addressing mode, everything can be addressed it as directly. So you have to note the difference between direct addressing mode and register addressing mode. Now we will move on to register indirect addressing mode. Then what is meant by register indirect addressing mode? In register indirect addressing mode, a register will be used as a pointer to the data. That means we are using two registers for this purpose, R0 or R1. This R0 and R1 will be pointing some address location. That address location will be having our data. That data is indirectly specified by using the registers R0 or R1. For example, move A, at R0. Move A, at R0 means that R0 is pointing some address location. That address location contains your data. That data is immediately or that data is transferred to this accumulator. that data is copied into this accumulator. It is indirectly specified by using the notation at. So this addressing mode is also known as register indirect addressing mode. A register will be used as a pointer to the data. If the data is inside the CPU, only registers R0 and R1 are used. So you can note it that opcode can be at RP. For example, move at R1, P, inverse of this one. That will be source or destination. That can act as a source or as a destination. Then two registers R0 or R1 can be used, and that registers will be having one address. That address will be having the data. That data is immediately transferred to the opcode. So register indirect addressing mode can be easily find out by using this notation at, or by using the two registers R0 or R1. Register indirect addressing mode uses only two registers R0 and R1. So move at R1, B means copy the data B into the address specified by the register R1. Now, the last one is indexed addressing mode. Indexed addressing mode can be widely used for accessing data elements present in lookup table. Then what is this lookup table? Lookup table is created outside a program. From that table, if we want to access data, we will be using this indexed addressing mode. Indexed addressing mode is widely used in accessing data elements of lookup table entries located in the program ROM space of the 8051. This indexed addressing mode also uses the notation at. But the difference between indexed addressing mode and indirect addressing mode is that indexed addressing mode mainly uses two instructions, move C and move X, for accessing data. Also, indexed addressing mode uses accumulator plus DPTR or accumulator plus program counter or DPTR or registers for accessing data. But indirect addressing mode only uses two registers R0 and R1 along with the registers A and B. So, indexed addressing modes examples are move C A, at A plus DPTR, move C A, at A plus program counter, move X at DPTR, move X at registers. This is the detailed diagram showing indexed addressing mode. Indexed addressing mode can be dealt with the register A, R0 or R1, DPTR plus A or program counter plus accumulator. Then if we are using move X instruction, that means we are accessing data from external memory location. That is, if we are accessing data from an external RAM memory, then we are using the specified instruction move X. If we are accessing data from an internal and external ROM memory location, then we are using this instruction move C A, at A plus DPTR or move C A, at A plus program counter. So external means external RAM memory location means move X, and internal and external ROM memory location means move C. So what is the meaning of this move C A, at A plus DPTR? 16-bit register DPTR and 8-bit register accumulator are used to form the address of the data element stored in the on-chip ROM. Then move C A, at A plus program counter means 16-bit program counter plus 8-bit accumulator are used to form the address of the data element stored in the on-chip ROM that is copied into accumulator. So hope you have understand what is this indexed addressing mode. Indexed addressing mode is widely used for accessing data elements present in lookup table entries. So from lookup table entries, data can be accessed by using two instructions MOVX and MOVC. MOVX is mainly used for accessing data from external memory locations and MOVC is used for accessing data from internal and external ROM memory location. Then that data is transferred into specified accumulator or wherever it is specified. Now you have understand every addressing modes in detail. Now there are 7 questions. Identify addressing modes for all these 7 questions and you can give me answers as your comments. Thank you.